if I were to just separate a little bit, what would happen? It was like not an experiment, but more of like who's gonna come with me, right? And then I was like, okay, if they're not gonna come with me, then they're probably a friends for a season.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hi everybody, welcome to ThePurpleMic podcast, where four voices come together to inspire, share stories, and talk about life as we experience it.
And we're your hosts, Abigail.
Shamaya, Arvin.
Drew.
And if you're new here, welcome. On this channel, we have real, honest, exciting, and sometimes sensitive conversations about life, faith, growth, and everything in between.
Yes, so before we dive in, just a quick disclaimer. Everything we share in this podcast is based on our personal opinions,
That's right.
experiences, and
That's
perspective. We're not experts here, so we're just four voices sharing what we've learned and what we're still learning.
That's right.
Yes, our goal is to simply inspire, encourage, and create a safe space for open conversations. So, take what resonates with you and feel free to share your thoughts but respectfully in the comments.
That's right. So whether you're listening on your way to work, watching from home, or just scrolling through YouTube, we're so glad you're here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the conversation in the comments below.
Yeah, so let's get into today's episode. And for today, we will be talking about
Perspective.
perspective.
Yes, perspective.
Okay, so for a long time, I've always wondered what perspective really means. And there's collective perspective, individual perspective, and then there's the influence of social media, family, and friends. Before we dive deep into it, though, I kind of want to know, what do you keep in mind when you hear someone share their story or point of view to you?
All right. So first of all is their experience is real to them.
Yes.
Okay,
That's a
yeah.
good point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. For me, I keep in mind that there's always a two point of view in each story that they tell me, and I'll tell myself that I'm honored to be able to hear from them, and I should just keep that in mind.
That's true too. I mean, I guess it depends on what kind of story they're saying as well to you, right? If it's something about a fight between friends or something like that, then yes, you have to keep in mind that there's two side of the story, like their story and the friend's story.
That's right.
That's what you have to keep in mind. But then if it's someone they're just sharing their story or whatever, they just want to be open with you, then you just have to probably have this in your mind that what they're telling you is, maybe just don't take it lightly, don't take it too seriously at the same time, because sometimes, I don't know, just based on my experience, sometimes people can be saying the truth or they cannot, or they're not saying the truth, right? But again, you have to be in the middle, neutral, and I mean, that's for me.
I guess that's a really great question, actually. What I keep in mind is that you have to also put yourself in their shoes, sort of be empathetic. Okay, why are they feeling this way, or why are they sharing this with me? What made them even come approach me? And then it's sort of putting yourself in understanding in their point of view first before you even say your own kind of perspective and kind of point of view, right? So I think that's one thing that I keep in mind as well. So yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I kind of relate to those. I think that's a lot of people do that as well. So one thing that I actually find hard to do every time is to keep an open mind every day. And sometimes we might not be able be agreeing with them, and really that's not easy at all.
Yeah. No, I understand. I understand that, because sometimes you have this kind of a mindset, and you kind of it's a good mindset.
Yeah.
And then you're biased in it, right?
Yes.
So it's kind of hard to be open-minded at the same time. But then whenever I always catch myself naman na like I think I'm being biased about it. So I'm like, oh, let's just just change your mindset and think that again, empathize. So like put yourself in their shoes,
That's right.
basically, and
Yeah.
try to understand.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
for me, based on my experience, when you say open-minded, it doesn't necessarily mean that you agree to
that's
them,
true.
right?
Yeah.
It means that you're trying to sort of understand why they're feeling or like why they're saying it like that.
Yeah.
And one of the things is when you're trying to be like, I just forgot my train of thought.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it will come back to me. Oh my
Yes.
gosh, I just had it, but yeah, go
Because
with
someone
yours
needs to.
first.
Yeah. That's really true kasi you're gonna need to understand what they're going through.
Yeah.
And sometimes, magre-react ka na kaagad before you even,
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally
Diba?
agree with that.
Yeah.
Sometimes that
Yes.
happens. Yeah.
Kaya kailangan mo nang pag-isipan kung anong sasabihin mo sa kanila.
Mhm.
That just
Okay, yeah,
gave me a
remember
thought
that?
now.
Okay, there you go.
Nice.
It's really
I mean, God created us with 2 ears and 1 mouth, and that's
that's
for a
true.
reason, right? You
Mhm.
listen twice and
Mhm.
speak
Yes.
once.
Mhm.
And I think that's really important, right? So you have to listen 1st, and then you speak. You just can't like react. Because I used to do that too, where
Say,
Oh, you just
people are, well, we're naturally
Yeah,
like,
that's
we
true.
just default to ourselves. Like,
Mhm.
oh, I know what you're going through. Like, oh, I know what this is. I went through that, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
yeah,
what
yeah.
I want to say, right?
Yeah.
But we don't understand the person. Like, they
That's
might be
Yeah,
to
yeah.
them,
Mhm.
like what she said, their
Yeah.
problem is real.
that's
Yeah,
right.
Like
that's
in
true.
that moment,
It's
right?
really
Yeah.
real.
It's
Yeah,
really real.
I
But-
agree with that one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but we
totally agree.
really have to listen.
Understand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and try to
that's true.
understand them in their eyes first.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think disagreeing with them is really not like
Agreeing with them is not that easy because
Yeah.
you have your own, you have
Yeah.
your own mindset that
Yeah.
okay, this is it or whatever.
Yeah.
But still, again, you have to listen to them first, and there might, there's a reason why they're telling you this, right?
Yes.
It's not just because it's something,
Yes.
you just want to show or whatever.
Mm.
There's a reason because
yeah, and there are a lot of factors as well that comes
course.
with that.
And something that just reminded me actually is that I was listening to an audio
Yeah.
and it said that you cannot see. Well, he's a person that's he's a person of faith.
Mm.
So he said that you cannot see people. You cannot see God in people
Mm.
if you judge them.
Mm.
So if someone is telling you their problem and their personal whatever situation,
Yeah.
and default as human beings, we judge,
That's
right?
true.
We're like,
That's
oh,
true.
like this person is
That's
blah
true.
blah blah, right?
Yeah.
We don't know, but that's probably one of the things too that we need to keep in mind, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the things based on my experience too, because we tend to do that a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
But sometimes we can also learn from their experiences,
Yes,
right?
I
Of
agree.
course.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, you guys mentioned about we immediately revert back to our human reaction where we
Mm.
judge,
Nature.
we don't think first before we
Yes,
speak. We
because we're
react
selfish.
before we speak. So do you think that's some misconception about putting yourself in someone else's shoes as well, or it's something different?
Well, for I guess we're going into the misconceptions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that some misconception? What do you guys think? Or it's just the real thing? It's like the truth. It's the fact.
I mean, for me, based on my experience, it helps,
Mm, yeah.
right? Because for
Mm.
for me, I used to be like, oh, I know that I've experienced that,
Oh yeah.
and like I already
that
know
feeling.
what you're
Yeah.
feeling,
I know that.
and then
feeling.
it's so like I kind of put my sort of perspective in them rather than them like kind of telling me. So it's just like, oh, okay. So I'm not listening now. I'm sort of like
I think you know what.
That gets me so annoying. That that annoys me a lot.
Yeah, because they're not putting their self in your shoes.
That's
right?
what we. I agree with this one because those are the people like the know-it-all people.
Oh yes.
I really know because I am like that too. I used to be like that. I used to be like, oh yeah, no, I agree with that, and I already know about that. I'm like, I'm not putting myself in their shoes. I'm more like, I'm the one on their shoes.
Yes,
so
exactly.
Like, this is what I've done. This is what I do. So this is what you should do.
Yeah.
It's wrong. It's wrong to do that. But you have to again listen and understand and think first, and then analyze what's going on, and then you give them advice that may be suitable to them. You know what I mean? Suggest. Don't force it. Don't just put that kind of
don't like shove it down their throat.
Like you cannot, whatever you're going, it might be the same, but how you dealt with it could be different by how they will deal with it.
That's right. I agree.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, like for me, like a lot of times, I see it especially like in my purple page. The like especially boys. I'm not saying anything about gender thing, but I always see that when they put themselves in other people's shoes, they think that you're weak or easily influenced.
I know. I agree. Why?
And I'm like, it's not at all about that. It's like letting your wall down a little bit and like being open to see how people think, you know, and like understand things, right? It's not like, I know, I get it. It's not easy for many people, but I don't think that's a weakness that you should have. I think it's a knowledge that you can learn and use in the future if you ever need it.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Because I mean, when you're trying to when you're being vulnerable and like honest with somebody, for me, it's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength because it's really hard to like voice out what you really want to. You know?
I mean, like you just sharing it out, like what you're feeling is like, it's a good thing, and that's like, what I call that.
What?
That term like nakakahanga, like it's like amazing. It's like,
admirable.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. It's just
it's courage.
Especially if you know that person doesn't usually speak or share.
Yeah.
That's amazing if they share.
That takes a lot of courage for them. Like even if you're someone who's like voice out everything, it's like different, right? But if it's someone that's like always taken back and they always have a wall and they start to like put down their wall a little bit, you say, hey, I respect you and I appreciate that you're actually putting down your wall because it's really tough.
I'm actually like that too. I used to like, I have a wall. I don't just share my story. I don't tell my story. That's why everyone called me like, oh, you're so mysterious. I don't know what you're thinking. I didn't know what you're doing or whatever. Oh, I didn't know that you're like that. I didn't know you're like this or whatever. But then the only time that my walls are down are if it's like, of course, like with you guys, my core people. So that's the thing. Like you cannot. That's the thing too. You have to find the right people, or you have to be surrounded with the right people.
Yes.
For you to like break down that wall as well.
That's right.
Bit by bit. It's not gonna happen instantly. Bit by bit.
Walang instant noodle, guys.
Oh yeah, that's true. There's no microwave in.
That's definitely.
It takes time.
It does
take time.
Yeah. So how do we recognize when our own perspective is biased, especially when we don't realize it?
Because you don't realize it's how.
Yeah. Okay, this is like where I'm glad that I have you guys, because it's like to wake me up and tell me that might not be the only thing you.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's where like just like what you said, that's where having real friends matter.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Very important.
Yeah.
Yes.
I said earlier, your perspective will always be biased.
Yeah.
Depends on if how developed you are,
Mhm.
Oh yes,
how
as a
developed
person.
you are as a person,
Mhm.
you will be like if you are not that developed yet, your perspective is going to be biased, and
Mhm.
you just want your point of view, you just want your advice to be taken by that person,
Mhm.
and you're not gonna, just let them do whatever that might help them, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you?
As for me, don't jump to conclusions because we don't know the
Yes.
story.
Yeah.
And yeah, don't assume na
Yeah.
wala kang ebidensya.
That's true. That's like a developed mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also comes with awareness too, like
Oh
aware
yeah.
about yourself,
Mm.
and really knowing yourself,
Mhm.
right?
Mm.
And so being self-aware,
This says a lot. Being self-aware says a lot.
it does take
It
a lot of
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I feel like for me, before for a long time I wasn't self-aware. Like I didn't know my limiting beliefs. Like I didn't know why my thoughts were my thoughts.
Mm.
But like I slowly was just taking my time by myself and
Mm.
really just getting to know me as like,
Yeah.
who am I really,
Yeah.
And I think that solitary or like solitude,
Oh, that's
it really helps too.
relax. You really do need it sometimes.
Yeah.
You really do need it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of friends, guys,
Mm.
in a large group of people, was there like ever a moment where your perspective suddenly changed in a group compared to when you are by yourself?
Mm.
Yes.
Depends on the group that I'm with. Actually, for me.
Yes.
For me, because I mean, well, I haven't been hanging out with other people. It's just with you guys. So I guess, I mean, if we're gonna base it right now, my perspective, like on my own,
Yes.
is the
Yeah.
same when I'm with you guys. But then if we're gonna go back to when we were in high school, I guess that was the last time I was in a group, like outer group. I would say yes, it did change. So you know how like when you're on your own, you're by yourself, you have this perspective that you're on your own, you're alone, you don't have anyone or whatever.
Right.
And then when you're with a group of people, that's when it shifts, I feel like. And then you realize that, oh, I do have these people with me, and you also will see that where am I coming from this?
You're not alone.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're not alone. And I guess that's when you know more about people as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe like you will know that you're not the only one who's going through that kind of like loneliness. Like other people is going through it as well as they
Yes.
open up about it. Because
Yes.
sometimes in a group of friends we do share about it, right?
Yes.
Yes.
But it depends on the people as well. But yeah, I would say it depends on the group. Depends on the group that you're surrounded with.
Yeah. Honestly, every time I hang out with you guys, I learn a lot of new things, and I learn more like what are other perspectives there are. And but I think how I learn is like I learn by listening and communicating, right?
That's
I
right.
think you're good at it.
Yes.
You're
Yeah.
really good at it. Yeah.
Actually, you guys know I'm so bad at reading. Like I cannot focus.
Tell me about it.
That's why I think like I learn more when I'm communicating and listening to you guys. What about you, Ate Karen?
Of course naman, there's definitely sometimes
A change.
yes, of course naman. It, like you said, it depende sa grupo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes pag individual lang, pag ako lang, there's a lot of reflection on myself. Okay, di ba? Kunyari mag-aaway tayong tatlo or tayong apat.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm trying to find out what is the cause.
Yes.
Anong root ng pinag-awayan natin? And how, ay, sometimes guys, totoo yan. That's why when I'm just by myself, doon ako nagre-reflect. And I'm trying,
I think everyone does that too.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know how like we have the shower thoughts?
Yes.
Yes.
Like, why did that happen?
Why did I
Like,
say something like that?
That's right.
what
Did I
caused?
really do
Yeah. What
something?
caused it?
Yeah.
Just shower thoughts.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that one's crazy. One moment you'll be like, you're just
You're crying. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
Well, I agree with all of you actually, because sometimes I mean it's very challenging because we all have different perspectives.
That's
We do,
right.
we do. Yeah.
But what I realized with the four of us is like, for example, I mean this is the only group too that except for the other
Yeah, of
ones,
course.
but.
Yeah.
What I realized is that we sort of
Mm.
have perspective differently,
Mm.
but then we
That's
come
right.
together
Mhm.
to sort of like
Amazingly enough.
yes,
Yeah.
to sort of like, oh, why are you thinking like that?
Mm.
Oh yeah, maybe I'm kind of like, oh, I never saw
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
the way you saw it.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
maybe it kind of opened my eyes, like, oh, maybe
That's
I
right.
should look at it like that.
That's right.
Right? And then it's sort of like eye-opening too, because
Mm.
now you know
Totoo.
more about yourself.
That's right.
Because you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that
Yeah.
I can do that too.
Kasi sometimes you're not
You know?
really aware sa
Of
sarili
course,
mo.
Yeah, of course.
That's
it's
when
really hard.
pag yung ibang tao na nagsabi sa'yo, oh, ganun pala yun.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why we have this what you call that? We cannot define ourselves.
That's
but others
right.
can define you.
Mm.
Like because their perspective of you could be like, I never knew it was like that.
They could
Yeah.
be right, they could be wrong.
Exactly. But the thing is like most
Yeah.
of the time we agree.
But it's also important, though,
Yes.
not
It
to
is.
get influenced by other
Oh,
people's
yeah.
perspectives.
Oh,
That's,
yeah.
that's when you have to know yourself
That's right.
Oh, yeah,
more
of
than
course.
other people.
That's right.
Because you also have different values. So
Mhm.
does that kind of connect to your
Value.
values, or
Mm,
does that kind of that's
Yeah.
probably not my value, right?
Yeah, everyone has a different, everyone has different perspective and, value that we follows.
Mhm.
And as she said, it's very important that you know who you are, and self-awareness is very important because
That's right.
that way you know who you are and you know what you're standing for.
That's right.
And you're not getting influenced, you're not getting pulled by other people's opinion.
That's
Or
right.
yeah, because sometimes in our generation right now, it's common that we try to follow what we see,
Yes.
especially the new generations.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I feel like I don't know, I'm being like a boomer here, but that's how I see it right now.
Yeah.
It's especially right now with social media. It's a huge influence with everyone right now. Like scrolling, just one click, they can see people like, hey, I'm so pretty. My God. The thing is that whatever you see on social media is not everything.
That's right.
It's not everything. It's a bit pretty and everything. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
right.
Very.
So I guess try to not get influenced by that.
Yeah.
That's what you see, but it doesn't mean that's who they are,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's right.
Sometimes a little bit of influence though is not always bad.
Yes.
It's like but it becomes tricky if you just change to fit in with others. That's why, just like what Ate Abby said, awareness and saying true to our values is really what makes a difference.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah. I think we are towards the end of our segment now, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's take a breather, guys. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, let's go.
Let's keep going.
Just keep rolling.
Yeah.
Where are we?
So, guys,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
how can we learn from others without compromising our values?
Oh, there we go. We talked about a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
For me,
Yes.
Come on. Let it go.
I'm waiting.
it's the truth what I'm about to say,
Yes.
because you can never compromise your core values.
Mic drop.
Yes. Because I love the saying where it says, if you don't stand for anything, you will fall for
I
everything.
agree with that one.
Yeah.
So you have to know the values that you stand for. Like one of my core values is integrity.
Mm.
I can never compromise
That's
integrity,
Mhm.
right? If
Oh,
you're
yeah.
not if you're not being integral, I am so sorry, but
Mhm.
you know,
We out.
yes,
We out.
you're definitely out of the picture.
Yeah.
You know, you
There's
gotta have.
no,
That's one of my core values.
there's no gray area. It's either black or white.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can compromise it. It's just
Yeah, I
you
agree
have
with
to
that.
know what your core values
Yeah.
are.
Mhm.
I
Yes.
agree with that.
So
So it's you're gonna be like open-minded and be grounded
yes.
Yeah.
to your
Yes.
core values.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like what I've heard. I think from our conversation before, it was like you were saying about listening to our podcast.
Mhm.
It was like you said something along the lines of what helps you take,
Mm.
what helps you grow from the podcast,
Yes.
Yeah.
and don't listen to the things that doesn't really work for you.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and to this day, stuck to me, and
That's a
it
good
helps
thing.
me learn more and like hear other people's perspective.
Mhm.
And I think it's all about curiosity and reflecting about it too,
Yeah.
and like take what helps you grow.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same for our viewers, right? Whoever you resonate with, take it from. If you
Exactly.
don't,
Yeah.
if you don't like it, don't listen
Don't
to
listen
it,
to
right?
it. You
So
don't have to take it.
that's exactly
You don't
like
have to take it.
we're
This is
real
our-
here, you know.
This is all of our real opinions and personal opinions. If you
Yeah.
think it resonates or you know, like you what do you call that? You relate to,
relate to it.
then take
Yeah,
it.
take what
it.
relates.
Baunin mo.
Yes.
Baunin mo.
Put the others in the garbage if you don't like it.
Exactly. Like,
Complete
it's
truth.
up to you guys.
Yeah.
We're not here to like force it to you guys. We're here to like just share and
Yeah.
take what you can take.
That's it.
There's no again no compromising of your core values.
Mm.
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
I don't agree with that one. I cannot. Yes, I cannot compromise my core values too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No way.
All right.
So this is really like what I'm most curious about, I guess.
Mm.
But how can disagreement teach us to be patient and let us see beyond? How can disagreement? Sorry. How can disagreement strengthen us instead of dividing us?
That's a good.
That's a good
question.
question.
That is a really great.
Because sometimes disagreement can go to separation.
That's true.
Yes.
Disagreement can go to separation.
Or
And there are some disagreement where strengthen the bond of
that's true.
like people as well.
Mhm.
If you're gonna looking back, actually, we had that kind of disagreement before too.
That's right.
The three of us,
Mhm.
and go on.
Yes, we sort of were in the path where,
It's a blur.
yeah,
Everything is a blur.
for me, I felt like I was to a point where I wanted to grow more as a person,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and I wanted to, take myself to another level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I told myself, if I'm going to do this, I have to sacrifice a little bit of my time with them because we're always
Always
together.
Always.
Like every single day,
Always.
like after work, we go out and eat.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh yeah,
we're always
together.
because we used to work in the same place,
Yeah,
right?
same place.
So
Yeah.
whenever like we're off together, like we always check each other's schedule. Actually, we're like, oh, are you off at this time? Are you off this time, or whatever. If we're all off at the same time,
Yeah.
We're gonna go
we're
out.
gonna go.
Yes.
And this is how we have lived, like even before we graduate from high school.
Yeah.
So it all started in high school as well. So we're always together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're always together. You cannot separate us, the three of us.
I
Yeah.
only know
Yeah.
the story of movies Tuesdays.
No.
Oh no, we used to
Every
go every
day.
Oh, we used to go every day.
Unless
Really?
they have
Other plans
Exam.
or like exams.
yeah,
or we have to
exams,
review.
or we have family
I have
stuff.
to like take care of my nephews or
Yeah.
whatever. That's the only
Yeah.
exceptions. But
That's right.
otherwise,
We're
then
always
we went out almost all the time when we started working though.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's right.
So
Yeah.
we're used to be together. We're used to be like stuck together
All the time.
all the time, and then
Yeah.
suddenly this girl,
This girl, tell them
Suddenly,
what happened.
she
Yeah, so I
like a
sort of
bubble.
disappeared. So I was like thinking in my mind before, now looking back, it's like I was thinking in my mind, if I were to just separate a little bit, what would happen? It was like not an experiment, but more of like, who's gonna come with me, right?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
then I was like, okay, if they're not gonna come with me, then they're probably a friends for a season,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, that was the time as well that she was not sending us messages. She was not texting
Yeah, I
us.
completely
she wasn't like contacting us at all. And so me and Karen and we had a conversation, actually a heart conversation. We're like, what's going on with Maya? What's going on? Because we're like curious, like what's going on? Like this never happened to us. Like what's happening?
Yeah.
So I think we had we messaged her and then we had a conversation at the park somewhere.
Yeah, tayo mo nang nag-usap.
Yeah,
Like,
we had a talk.
we're curious what's happened to her.
Because at first I'm like, you know how like I used to like write a story? So that was the purpose why we are meeting each
Oh
other.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because I used to write the story. I used to write the story before.
Okay,
Yeah, she
continue.
used-
I used to write the story before. And then ito kasi si Karen is like my main editor.
Okay.
Yeah, ako yung
Siya yung parang commentator.
Comment,
niya,
yeah.
like,
So she was reading my stories.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
So yeah. We did a lot of things.
You did, yeah.
So that's the main reason why we went, like, you know, had a meeting or whatever. And then suddenly, while we were like resting or whatever, we talked about it. We talked about like how our friendship is suddenly going astray.
Yes.
Separate
Getting
ways.
distance.
Yes.
Like there's a distance there now. That's why we were so close. I mean, we're still close, but back then we're more close. Like we're closer
Sobra.
because like we have like, you know,
We only have each other, pala si Maya.
I know.
It's like,
Back then, yeah.
kahit anong invite mo sa kanya, hindi siya, it's always a rejection. Wow. No siya ng no. Okay, busy.
Yeah. Yeah, and then again, then I was like, oh, can you just message her? It was Karen who messaged you, right?
I
Or was
don't
it was in
remember
the group chat.
but I think
It was in the
I don't
group
know.
I think I invited for to hang out and grab some food. Like the pizza.
I think so. I don't
Is it
know what
that?
happened. It was
Actually, I
so
don't
long.
remember that, but
I don't remember.
So
whatever.
long.
Skipping
But
that
anyway.
part. We anyway. So let's go back to the park. Park. So we had a conversation there, the two of us, a heart conversation, where we're all crying and
Yes.
whatnot. They said hurtful words to me.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's a wake up call. It was a wake up call. It was necessary.
Yes.
Basically,
We all
because
need that.
of course we all need that because for me personally, I believe I will not be where I am right now. I will not be with you guys right now if I didn't accept that kind of harsh words and I overthink about it. So what happened is that after we had a talk, I had a personal reflection. Personal reflection. It took a while for us to reconnect again. Yeah, it took a while, like at least a year, right?
Yeah,
So,
it's a year, about a year.
about
Yeah.
a year. So I had a reflection. You had a reflection too, I believe.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
with this question, going back to like the story, how can disagreements strengthen us instead of dividing us? Number one that I saw in our situation is confrontation, right? You gotta confront what's.
you have to.
You really have to confront like
You
what's
have to
ahead.
talk about
And
it.
she was the one who confronted,
She did.
right? She's the one who's like, okay, let's take action
Yeah.
and like reach out to her and see what's happening. And it's so crazy how we're talking about perspective right now because you both had your own perspective
We
of
had,
what
yeah.
was happening to me.
Yeah.
But then, you know, like I had my own reasons of why I did it.
Yeah, yeah,
It was just not communicated properly.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
Right. So
Yeah, that
it's-
was the problem.
it was just because we were so used to each other so much that we've never had like sort of like
A serious
A
conversation.
serious
Serious conversation, yeah.
right? And I think it's important in a group of friends too to have a serious conversation to get to know what they're thinking, you know, because you tend to like pile up stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just keep on, oh my gosh, this person holding
Yeah.
grudge, like all
Yeah.
these stuff. But it's really important to confront
Yeah.
them and just say, hey, this is what's on your mind. Like, what's going on? Like, why did you suddenly disappear?
Mm.
Right? And then, of course, in that moment, that person will either accept it and actually say the truth
Mm.
at that moment. But that was the perfect timing where we
It
all,
was,
you know, came together.
yeah. I used to cry a lot because of that what happened to,
Mm.
but
Yes.
I am healed now from
Sure.
what happened from that situation. I am healed now. It's the reality that you have to accept.
Mhm.
And we change, we grew up, we have our own like, because the things like when I experienced the fact that I am working, I am like on my own. I'm like that's the time with solitary.
Uh-huh.
Solitary literally helps you think and reflect what happened.
That's right.
That's when you understand that, oh, okay, this is what the person or this is what Maya was saying or talking about. Like, oh, okay, I understand now.
Yeah, I think it's very important to like have tough love with people.
That's
I am very a kind person. I can be nice,
That was the first time I heard her say harsh words. I'm like,
but then I can also be very aggressive
oh yeah,
if I want to, right?
Mm.
So I think it's more of like in a posture of care of this person. Like I care about you and I don't want to see you be that way.
That's right.
So yeah.
Totoo yan.
Yeah.
And after that a year, talagang,
it was a year, right?
it was hard. I was like,
it was tough, especially for Karen then kasi they're like hardcore best friends.
Yeah.
pag iniisip ko talaga, oh my gosh, anong ginawa? Anong nangyari?
And they're hardcore best friends. I'm just like a saling pusa at that time, so we're not really close.
Yes.
Yeah, at the time.
I mean, she knew what I was going through, right? So it was a very big part of, it was really tough for me too, because they were like always there for me, and we always hang out and stuff. So it was very tough, like with that, because I started a journey too for myself, and I was just taken back.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But
But it worked out because those people that there are people that is for season, and there's people that always come back if they're the real ones.
They will stay with you.
So
That is why giving time is important to create in the environment where everyone can share our thoughts
yes.
and perspectives, right?
Yeah, give them time and maybe make them what do you call that? Like feel like you actually understand them. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to explain actually. It's hard to explain. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just based on my experience because I'm the type of a person that I don't talk when you're sharing. I just listen to you.
that's right.
That's me. So it's like my presence. I feel like that's very important. That you kind of have this like I don't know, like an aura. Wow. Like I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's just you have this kind of like an aura where you're there.
Yes.
You will understand them. You gotta give that off to them physically. I don't know.
Presence,
because
Your presence.
the thing is, like, I've been doing that for so many
Yeah.
years that it's hard for me to explain it. But based on my experience, that's how I do it. Yeah, and I feel like that's how people become safe in sharing their stories to me. Because sometimes I wonder why, like for example, I just met this person, like we're working together, and then suddenly she started sharing stuff, and I'm like, girl. Okay, TMI, but okay, let's go. More. I'm like that, but I don't know why. Like, I don't know. Tell me why do people share stories with me?
Because they're comfortable sharing it with you.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah?
see you like someone they can trust.
Okay.
Yes.
That's how I was with you.
Yeah. See, perspective, guys. I don't know about that.
And you're a good listener.
Yeah, that's definitely 100%.
Yes.
I agree.
And no judgment.
Yeah, no judgment, and treat it with respect. That is how you create
A safe space.
safe space for people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally agree with
Thank you,
that.
guys.
No worries.
You guys.
You're welcome.
You're
Thank
always
you.
welcome.
Thank you
For your wonderful questions.
All of
Those
these
were
questions
really
are
good.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's I didn't expect that I will be able to answer all of these questions without
I mean, like,
I didn't expect that. I was like, first time I saw this script, I'm like, how am I gonna answer this? I'm like, you know what? Let's trust the process. I will answer these questions. I will definitely. And mind you guys, I'm not very talkative. I don't know why I'm so talkative.
It's amazing.
I love it.
yes. There was a shot of energy in here.
That's true. I agree with that. We definitely need that every Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. And that wraps up today's episode, guys.
Yay.
So we hope this conversation encouraged you. Again, take what you can take, and what you cannot take, throw it out. I don't know, up to you. So I hope this challenge you, or maybe even help you see things from a different perspective.
All right. If something stood out to you, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts, experiences, or even questions you want us to talk about next time.
Yeah, so don't forget to like, subscribe to our channel, and share this with someone who might, think that they need to hear this message, right?
Yes. And make sure to follow us on our socials. You can find us on Instagram at ThePurpleMic4. And we're also on TikTok and Twitter with the same handle, ThePurpleMic4.
Twitter, it's actually X.
Oh,
X,
sorry.
Correction. So yeah, stay connected with us throughout the week for clips, updates, and behind the scenes moments.
Yay! And before we go, here's a little teaser for our next episode.
Woohoo!
And the next episode topic is the power of small habits.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting.
Interesting one, right?
Yes.
And
This
has been the Purple Mic Podcast, where four voices come together to inspire. See you next time. Bye.
Did you guys enjoy this video?
So please don't forget to like,
Leave a comment and subscribe.
Share this video so more can know and join the Purple Mic family.